Good day, everyone. I'm back here to color this fantastic water where there's going to be light reflections and a bunch of cool stuff happening. So let's get started. I've already picked out a cool palette that I have saved in my recently created palettes. So we're just going to start by filling in this water. Now there's lots of tools that you can use to fill in the water. I'm going to actually use the technical pen for it today. I'm going to grab this turquoise color. I'm just leaving everything up high, and I'm just going to randomly fill in this water. Don't worry about going out of the lines because we are going to go over all that stuff later, so don't let that trouble you. Now I'm doing the undertone for the water blue, but we're going to be layering colors on top of this because water isn't just a solid blue color, is it? It has inflections of different colors that make it look blue, but it's actually not, like, you wouldn't see water that's just a solid blue like that now, would you? So that being said, we're going to grab out this lighter blue here. I'm going to grab out my airbrush, and I'm going to just start adding a little bit of definition here. By definition, I mean highlights. I'm going to layer some highlights on the water. So I'm using a little bit of a lighter blue to start, where all these kinds of ripples and points are happening. And like I said, I'm just highlighting the tips, but there's going to be definite more layering of highlights on the picture. But for now, let's just get this in. Now I'm just doing streaks across the water on low brush size with the airbrush tool. I'm going to go back to this darker color and just kind of straighten out this line here. So there, so we got the dark turquoise and then the lighter blue. Now we're going to go a step further and bring up an even lighter blue, which is going to be this one here. And I'm layering it in streaks. And I'm just adding streaks over at the ripples of the wave where you think the light would naturally catch. Okay, so now we got our lake, or ocean, I should say. It looks more like a maybe lake. No, ocean. Ocean, definitely ocean. We got it highlighted anyway. So I'm gonna go a step further and bring in an even lighter highlight. This pale blue right down here. Now this I'm gonna be a little bit more sparse with, meaning I'm not gonna use as much of it, but I'm gonna strategically put it places. And right now I'm putting it in the place where the sun is would be kind of hitting the water. I'm not going to be putting it further back. I'm going to leave it up close near where the water kind of nestles under the sun there. And now I'm actually going to start pulling out some yellows. So I already have some recent colors here from my sunset with the colors that I just used for the water. And I'm going to grab this bright yellow here to start anyway. And I'm just going to kind of get my lines down where I think the sun's really going to reflect the most. And then I'm going to go over it with the laser brush, but I'm going to bring down the opacity and the brush size. Just to kind of show that the sun is shining through the picture. Now you can do a little bit up here, because when we see, I'm going to bring my opacity up and brush size up just a tad here. And I'm just going to highlight the top of some of these waves where some light might sneak up to make the lake all sparkly and pretty. So you just kind of get that ripple effect of a little bit of sparkle running through to shore. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm just going to lighten up the sides of the water a little bit, but not with the laser brush. I'm just going to go back to the airbrush and I'm going to grab that lighter color again, just because I think it should just be a smidge lighter over here. Just raising my opacity and lowering my brush size. I'm just going to kind of add some lighter blue back in. It's always good to kind of look at your work and analyze it and see how you can change things or add to the picture. And I just think that it could use a little bit more light blue, just because I know it's not going to be so dark. Probably darker towards the back, but that's fine. So there we go. We got our water in place with the light reflection, and we got our sunset in place. Next I'm going to color the sand, the rocks, the islands, the trees, all the land elements of summer is what I'm going to do next. And the last element will be the boat, and then maybe a couple of touch-ups. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes.